Adam22, 2 months ago, posted to his nearly 5 million subscriber YouTube channel with the video titled "No Jumper is Going Broke," with comments on the video such as "bad character equals bad business" and "a millionaire begging us for money is diabolical." And the list goes on. It's clear that no one cares anymore for Adam22 or the No Jumper brand, and it's for obviously a good reason. Adam can't help but make a fool out of himself or his brand for any amount of attention or views, from stirring up fake drama to proudly reclaiming his crown as the internet's favorite. For the second time, Adam is scrambling for clout any way he can right now. Let's just say those ideas didn't land the way he thought they would. Today, we're taking a closer look at the downward spiral of Adam22, unpacking the reckless choices, the controversy-chasing antics, and how he traded the last scraps of his reputation and business credibility for a fleeting moment in the spotlight. For a quick refresher, Adam22 rose to fame as the founder and host of a hip-hop podcast that gained popularity in the late 2010 called No Jumper, known for its relaxed, unfiltered interviews with emerging artists and cultural influencers. The brand built its reputation by offering everything from thoughtful conversations with music artists like King Von to exclusive backstage access. It delivered an authentic side of the culture, and fans couldn't get enough. Unfortunately, that success wasn't built to last. Over time, the brand's focus drifted away from meaningful content and veered toward chasing shock value and viral clips, trying to do something called clip farming. What began as a platform for amazing, unfiltered interviews gradually unraveled into a spectacle of shouting matches, on-air brawls, and an increasing dependence on shock value. The podcast's reputation steadily eroded under the pressure of its own theatrics. Making matters worse, Adam himself accelerated the downfall, firing co-hosts live on stream and embarking on a media tour to promote a certain type of porn video featuring his wife with another man known as Jason Love. All of this didn't just tank the podcast. It earned Adam the unfortunate title of the internet's most infamous. Yet even with his reputation and business circling the drain, he continues to lean into the same self-destructive behavior that got him there. It's a sad spectacle to see. What's become clear is that the original formula that brought him success is something he's either forgotten or no longer cares about, replaced by a desperate chase for any kind of relevance, no matter how humiliating or shameful it is. Between 2023 and early 2024, Adam made several increasingly desperate attempts to revive interest in his brand. The most disturbing, launching a game show built entirely around finding another man to sleep with his wife. This time, with the added twist that Adam would be watching.
I'm Lena the Plug. I am an adult creator.
My name is Adam22, and I co-own Plug Talk with my lovely wife. We interview a different girl every week.
And then we them at the end. But we've only ever done it with other women.
So we've arranged this whole challenge to find the perfect guy to be our first ever boy-boy-girl threesome.
Cheers!
Lena, I came ready to You wanna do a dance-off?
Oh yeah, I would love to see a dance-off.
When that failed to generate the shock value he was chasing, Adam pivoted to teasing a fake coming out narrative. He began hinting that he was planning to film a scene with a male adult performer, even staging a suspicious phone call during a podcast episode to stir up speculation. Not long after, he showed up on set wearing provocative undergarments that left his co-host visibly stunned. Adam generated buzz by teasing a coming out announcement on social media, only to reveal it was a hoax. He later posted a video called "I Convinced the World That I'm Gay," boasting that he had successfully manipulated his entire audience. Adam later revealed on stream that his phone call was staged, part of a deliberate plan to manufacture a viral news cycle. He even admitted his PR team's efforts failed because no meme pages were interested. Ultimately, the most revealing aspect wasn't the deception itself, but his misguided belief that he could simply manipulate his way into going viral. Adam tried to recapture his former fame with a manufactured controversy, but no one was fooled. His elaborate April Fool's joke was so obvious that viewers openly mocked his desperate attempt for attention. In the end, all his efforts to stir up drama were a waste. His viewership numbers never increased. His antics had become stale, predictable, and frankly, just sad. The audience that once respected him for his interviews now saw him as a clout-chasing clown who would sacrifice any semblance of dignity for a few clicks. He had become a caricature of his former self, a living embodiment of the term cringe. 2025 was the year Adam's greed finally boiled over. It started on February 18th, when he unveiled a new cryptocurrency, desperately luring his fans into what he promised was a golden opportunity. But the dream soured within hours. After an initial spike, the token's value was wiped out as a handful of insiders dumped their shares, leaving everyone else with nothing. The scandal was blown wide open when an internet sleuth released a damning report, complete with Adam's own DM, which chillingly revealed he was fully aware he was robbing the very people who supported him. When the investigator warned him, "Real talk, you shouldn't run a coin. It's lame and you're going to scam or get scammed," Adam replied with, "How else am I going to afford all this?" When the investigator pointed out the imminent danger of the launch, Adam didn't seem all too bothered, stating, "I don't care. I just got paid to do the tweet. I got nothing to do with it." He even tried to justify his actions with the excuse that other celebrities were doing it. What made the entire situation even more disgusting was how Adam pretended to care about scamming his audience afterward, posting, "I'm not happy with how my last meme coin drop went. What should I do differently next time?" On the same day as the incident, he addressed the situation on his podcast. While he expressed sympathy for his fans, he disavowed any responsibility for the financial losses they incurred. He had been compensated for promoting the token, which ultimately resulted in significant losses for his viewers, losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. He tried to avoid blame by pleading ignorance about the developer's plans, then expected his audience to forgive him and support his next token. Adam clearly underestimated his followers, who saw his excuse as a lie and now view him as an unaccountable scammer. One comment read, "He knew what he was doing and hoped it wouldn't go bad. Now he's trying to weather the storm. It's insane to be a millionaire, a dad, a full-grown adult, and lie this childishly. He has no issue causing audience financial plans. He has no issue causing his audience financial pain. But ironically, when he's in the same position, he expects them to help." By April 2nd, 2025, Adam uploaded that video titled, "No Jumper is Going Broke," in which he shares some troubling aspects of the brand's finances and operating difficulties. He starts by saying, "So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke." He acknowledges their high view count, but then explains his reasoning. "We expanded too much during COVID, at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million. In addition to the revenue declining, Adam explained that his brand's social media account was mysteriously taken down. "We lost to Instagram after almost 10 years. We got taken down one day, and we still have absolutely no idea why." And to top it off, he was simultaneously facing an expensive lawsuit from a former employee. "In addition to that, we have been hit with the Bull lawsuit. It's expected to cost us many hundreds of thousands of dollars to see this through to completion." Even though the business was going through turbulent times, it seemed like he was taking reasonable measures, like laying off employees and planning to sell the warehouse. But here's the kicker. He makes sure to note, "I am talking about No Jumper as a business. I've got another business, and I've got a pretty decent investment portfolio on a personal level." Despite his personal financial success, he didn't want to shoulder the burden of getting his business back on his feet alone, and expected fans to help him pick up the tab. "So I know what you're thinking. What can you do to help?" Well, I do have some ideas, which I'll sort into 3 categories here: free, cheap, and generous. He then pitches his YouTube memberships, asking for $5 a month for extra content. And then comes the truly insulting part. "And for those of you who have more money to spend, we're introducing a mega premium $100 tier to our memberships that will get your name added to the end of all of our videos, and will also get you consistent advice and opinions on your music submission." Remember, this is the guy who was willing to sell out his fans on a crypto coin for a quick buck less than 2 months ago. Now he wants those same fans to pump his business? It goes without saying. But viewers weren't eager to show him any support after all the shady shit he's done. The decline of the brand aside, some fans speculated that he was making this video to obscure the finances of his business from law enforcement. Why would he do that, you may ask? Well, back in March, his new co-host and a number of other gang-affiliated individuals who made an appearance on the podcast were either arrested or under FBI investigation. His proximity to this activity naturally put him in the crosshairs of law enforcement, and it was only a matter of time before they reached out to him for questioning. He recounted on his show how an FBI agent came to his door to serve him with a subpoena. Fortunately for him, his lawyer handled the situation and confirmed he wasn't under suspicion. However, there was something else they wanted. The feds wanted a copy of a cease and desist letter that was sent to him, related to explosive statements made on his podcast about a high-profile murder case. The fact that his podcast had given so many of these individuals the opportunity to incriminate themselves naturally led people to assume he was actively facilitating it. He, of course, denies any involvement, claiming it's not his business to figure out what's criminal and what his guests say. But this is the same man who has a reputation for denying involvement or deflecting blame when it's convenient for him, only accepting responsibility when there's something to be gained. He did this with the crypto scam, and now he's doing it with the police investigation. However, when it comes to milking said investigation for views, he is more than happy to oblige, as many of the recent videos on his channel either refer to it directly or mention it passively. Considering the current direction of his brand, it's obvious that he no longer understands or cares about what made it successful in the first place. Instead of focusing on quality content, he has become a master of marketing degeneracy and promoting criminal activity as long as it made him money. He wasn't the slightest bit concerned about who he had to use, whether it was his wife, his fans, or the guest on his show. He happily welcomed the idea of throwing all those close to him under the bus for his own selfish gain. And now, he wants the public to bail him out. It's a pathetic end to a once promising career. A downfall that was not just predictable, but thoroughly deserved.